Flying device here is Duckfly emerger, and I suppose this is the little thing with it, if I can get the camera close. It has this little holographic red hotspot underneath. So this is tied in a size 16. I tied on 14s, and basically the materials are fairly straightforward. The body is a peacock eye feather dyed black. If you don't have a dyed black, you could try a natural, but I prefer the dyed black, and you only need one strand. That's it. It's up to you how far up near the eye you take it from. Farther up near the eye, the less sort of fluff, if you like, is on it. So if you want if you like a less fluffier body, take one from up around here. There's a bit more quill on these. Just take one out here, try and show you. So you can see this one is a lot more quill on it than this one, and that's the advantage of eye feathers. Wing then, well, the rib is, you can either use anti-static bag if you can cut it really thin, or some clear mylar. I couldn't find the start of that, so that's why there's two ends on it. So it's just uni mylar in size 14 or 1/32 of an inch in clear. So that's what I'm using for the rib on these, but you could use wire, you could use lurex, anti-static, whatever is your favorite. I like these. It's probably hard to see there, but basically it gives a nice, if you try it, it gives a nice effect on the body. You can kind of see the bronziness of the peacock shown through the clear, and it's quite realistic color. A CDC feather, so I use two large ones or three very small from a wild duck in natural over the deer hair. Deer hair I'm using is just natural deer hair from a patch. This stuff top notch, this, and a black cock hackle, longish in the fibre, and you can use holographic medium lurex for your hotspot, and it spreads the hackle as well. It does two jobs in one. And you can either use the holographic red, or well, it's up to you really, but I like the holographic red or the holographic silver for this fly. So if I grab this is a size 16 buzzer in black nickel. I'm going to use some UTC 70 thread. Let's catch it in here. Just going to get down a bit down the body here. It's up to you then, as I say, which of these, what effect you're going for. This is the thinner one, and you can see it gives a very thin effect, and this is the heavier one, which gives a heavier body effect. Now the rib will trap it down. I'm going to use the thinner one, and I'm just going to put a bit of pressure on it here to see where it gets strong. Now it's up to you. You can wet it as well. Some people like to wet it. You can wet your fingers, run through it, or you can wet it some other way. Then this is my clear lurex. I'm going to catch that in as well now. Try and get it on a bit on my side as it goes down, and just cover everything with the thread and go well down around the bend as far as you can really, and come back up. Trap everything down. You want to stop around here, just a little bit past the point of the hook, just to give you room for the wings, and it's a sort of flatter part with less curve. is what you're aiming for. So what you want to do then is get some clear lacquer and just add a drop along where the body material is going. So that'll help strengthen up this strand of peacock eye. Just be careful of the barb of the hook when you're winding this up, and just try and get it in touch and turns along the body. As I say, it should stick to that. So that's about our spot. So 2 turns behind, 2 in front, and you can break it off. So it's trapped down. Get your clear rib. Try and get the first turn at the back, and then fairly close turns. I should get one more, hopefully, like so. And it gives that sort of an effect that you would see on the body of a, I suppose, closer to the body of an adult buzzer, really, as it hatches out, as you see there. You can see the effect there. Probably looks better in natural light, but I'm tying under the artificial light this evening, so that's all we can do. So, as I say, 2 wing materials here. So the first one is a pinch of deer here. So smaller the hook size, the less deer hair I'm going to cut off. Now I'm just going to comb out any bits and tease out any bits of fluff. Now if there's any fibres that are really sticking out a long ways, take them away, but there's no real need to stack this. Just keep a little bit of a taper to it. Let's line it up, and you just want it to the end of the body, really. So what you want to do, pinch and loop, because you don't want it to roll around like a muddler head. So pinch and loop, couple of turns, and then what I like to do is just basically hammer the thread up through it, and then grab it all and trim it down. Okay, just like that, he says. It might take a little bit of practice. Make sure, say you don't want a whole load of it underneath, and you come back on that, trap it down. Okay, so that's your first part of the wing. It's a bit sticking up, but we put the we put our 2 CDC feathers on top of that, and that'll be fine. So if there's any natural curve in them, line them up on top of each other with the curve, and try and have the curve down, help come down over the wing. So just have it basically to the length of your wing here. Catch it on top, a couple of turns, and lock it in place. Just going to pull that back and just trim it a little bit back from the eye. Now you could get another wing out of that as well. So and what we want to do is get our lurex. Now you could do this before you put on the wings, or you can do it at this stage, it's up to you. So catching it on my side and sort of rolling it over the top of the hook so that it's, if you like, flat underneath there, best you can. And then I want to just take that out of the way. So I'm using a long piece because I can get it out of the way. And get your black hackle. Now I have one from the last fly that should just about work. So you can add a little bit of wax to your thread for catching in the tip of this, just for an extra bit of grip. So he says. Okay, let's tidy everything up there, and just come back 1 or 2 turns from the eye, just to give you a bit of breathing room, and then just wind this forward in pretty close touching turns. You might get the odd strand going forward. I think partly due to the curvature of the hook, this seems to happen on these buzzer hooks particularly, compared to a standard hook. But get your wraps and see, we might get one more chance it. Maybe that was a bad idea, we'll see. Put that out of my way. So 2 turns it, pull everything back. Many fibres as you can there. And trap everything down with that thread. Anything that's sticking out over the eye of the hook, just trim it off at this stage. Get your hack stem, trim that off. So that's fine. Just tidy everything up. Now if you want to, just to be sure, you could just drop a 1/2 inch on there. Okay. Then you can come in with your scissors and just spread your hackles out to each side. Okay. So I'm just spreading them out. You can use a bobbin, and if I get them fairly even, just press down on them. Okay. Then I'm just going to locate that lurex, so it's hiding in there, and basically I'm just going to pull that through. It's going to help separate those hackle fibres and keep them out a bit to the side. So make sure you're happy with the placement of everything, and then catch it in like so. So just give it 2 turns and 2 turns. Get those fibres out of the way. A couple of turns in front as well. Then just trim that off. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I don't want to get any thread wraps on that hot spot, as you like. So I'm going to do the whip finish with the hook upside down. Okay. As I can see where the holographic tinsel is. And I can see where the eye of the hook is. And I'm just going to get another little drop of my clear lacquer. Just drop it on there. Okay. And trim this off. And turn it up the right way if you like. And what I'm going to do, there's 1 or 2 fibres that look out of place there, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull all them back like so, and just add my drop of lacquer there. Okay. Right, there's 1, but all the rest are fine. Okay. So that's what your fly looks like. Looks like it's hatching, and as I say, it just has that little trigger point there.